You're watching Guude. You're watching Guude. Fighting just to save our lives. Got you laughing every night.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. So, have you had any clothesline tacos?
Clothesline
or
tacos.
bacon recently?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
I mean, I guess if you could ever start a restaurant and you knew it would be successful, like you're not worried about appeasing, having to make sure it succeeds. But let's say you knew it would be successful, but you could make it more successful. Like, what kind of restaurant would you start?
So, the office building I bought, I would say 98% certainty could open a restaurant there and guarantee it would be successful. Because
what kind of restaurant would it be?
It would be just home cooking because I know the clientele. Like, I know the old people that would eat there and the people that live locally. So, like, I know for a fact I could open just a, home cook meal style restaurant there, and it would, as long as like I could, maintain getting the food and like having good service, the food would be fine and the people would love it and it would be successful. I could guarantee it.
Is that the ideal restaurant that you'd want to run? Is a home cooking?
I mean, I think I would want. I mean, if I could have any restaurant in the world, I would want an upscale home cooking style restaurant. So like, I wouldn't want like Italian or anything like that. But I'd want it to be. I mean, I guess European would be the best way to describe what I'm talking about here. Like,
so fish and chips and no air conditioning is what you said.
No, and no ice.
And no ice. I see. And by the way, I just also remember that crazy cat lady is awesome as well.
But like a place that serves fancied up home cooked meals, basically, if that makes sense.
No. I mean, I get like upscale fine dining, essentially, like
But I wouldn't want it to feel pretentious. I wouldn't want you to feel like you needed to dress up to be there or anything like that. You know what I mean?
You ever gone to a restaurant where you had to dress up?
No, and my girlfriend keeps begging me to go to these things, and I really don't care for that at all. I want to, like, my money spends the same no matter what clothes I have on, and so, like, I think that that's basically bullshit.
Yeah, I went to this place that was you had to have a jacket, and I don't mean like a winter jacket.
Right? We keep it cold in here.
Walk in and just like a winter coat and be like, "Isn't this what you meant?" Like, I'm within dress code, and I assumed that the jacket was just like they expected people to be in suits and stuff there. But I also assume that people who go to restaurants in suits take the jacket off when they're sitting at the table getting ready to eat. That's a huge fucking no-no, apparently. I took it off and I instantly had a guy like, "Sir, you need to put your jacket back on." And I was like, what?
Actually, I took us to an oyster place one time, and they gave us all jackets. We all had to wear these jackets. Nebris was with us, I remember.
Did they? I mean, this is gonna sound terrible, but you know what I'm about to ask.
Yeah. No, they had big jackets.
Okay. Because that's the thing, that a place that supplies you with something, I always get concerned. Like, what do you do when you get that person that you didn't ever think that not that he's this big or anything, but the 535-pound dude's gonna walk in the door,
Right.
Like, we went to the Dogfish Head Brewery in Delaware, and to go into their the brewery area, you have to wear closed-toed shoes. You couldn't wear like sandals, but it was like a summer place, and so they have a place where you could they have shoes for everybody, like the quote unquote rental shoes, but they're free. But I guarantee you're gonna get like LeBron James showing up in there one day. And do you really keep a pair like 32 size shoes? I don't know what size shoe it is, but sitting around for somebody like him, or is he just SOL? Like,
I feel like that in those cases, they're just like, well, yeah, sorry, buddy, come back another time.
Sorry, just wrap your feet in this saran wrap, and we will see what to do. Yeah, but I was like, it's so uncomfortable to sit down and eat in a suit coat. Like, when you go to a wedding and stuff and people wear suits, nobody sits down and eats in their suit coats or their tuxedo coats. They take it off. That's like standard.
Yeah, that is very strange. I don't understand the need. I don't understand the need for like what does I don't. I mean, I feel the same way about going to church too. Like, I don't think that you should be required to dress up to go to church.
Oh, I thought you were just meant about the act of going to church. Like, I feel it's not necessary to the process. No, I mean, I completely agree with that. It's kind of weird that to go get dressed up in order to go worship whatever entity that you believe in. Like, is God going to sit there and be like, ugh, you know, let's say God is real for a minute. Like, ooh, you didn't wear suit to worship me. I don't know if I'm going to let you into the afterlife. And
well, I mean, it goes against everything that God taught, basically, or Jesus, whatever. You know, so I don't know. That's the thing that always bothered me.
I guess that is kind of, I never even thought about it from that perspective. But yeah, I guess it really does go against the teachings.
Okay, this is gonna hurt me to death.
Yep, it literally did. Where are you at?
Down there in hell.
Are you close to where I was, or did you go down the ravine?
No, I didn't go down the ravine.
All right, so you must be. Oh, I see. I see a bunch of XP. I'm assuming that's your stuff. Is there a lot of skeletons? Because I only see one. And
I
he's
killed
dead
most
now.
of them. And really, if I had killed the one that was fighting the zombie instead of watching him fight the zombie, I probably would have died. I was too busy watching the show.
Yeah, I mean, I have a hard enough time wearing like dress clothes when I'm at work. I haven't worn a tie in God knows how long.
I remember you said you
and I'm like
stopped
I'm a director, and most directors are. It's I look so funny because I always laugh at myself in meetings because everybody else is in suits and stuff, and I'm like sleeves rolled up, just sitting there, and nobody's ever said a word or even seemed to question. Like, so it doesn't seem like my higher ups are that keen on suits and stuff either. I think it's more of a as long as you look professional.
Are you gonna kill
And
this
granted, I killed them all already. Didn't I?
No.
Maybe that wasn't where you died then. Oh, Josh, shit, a shit ton more. Like, what happened? What happened? You looks like you're wearing a Nevers outfit. What's going on?
I've been wearing a suit for a while now. Have you not noticed?
Like, we're talking about this suit stuff, and look at you. You're gaming in suits. So
Yeah, I'm gaming in
suits. Hold on, there's a creeper right there. There's at the last one. Like,
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, no, I had to be a lawyer, and then I don't have my old skin anymore, so I'm just a lawyer forever.
There's a guy coming over the horizon at you. So I can't seem to get him. I hear zombies. Yeah, so I'm glad that none of my higher ups seem to care, like, because I would be really upset if they made me start wearing like,
Yeah.
you know, dressier stuff all the time.
A director. Yeah, he makes movies.
Yep, I make movies. I direct them.
He's good friends with Steven.
Well, it's kind of the funniest thing is actually in my profession, like the two things that you're allowed to wear are business casual or scrubs.
Yeah, it's like
And-
so polar opposites.
Oh god, yeah, scrubs are the most. I hated wearing scrubs as a nurse because I personally think scrubs are some of the sloppiest things that you can potentially wear. It looks very unprofessional. The only reason it looks quote unquote professional is because people associate scrubs with medical field. It's not because they are like, ooh, that person looks smart. You know, it's just that they associate it with the medical
He has
field.
glasses.
And he has glasses. And puts his hair in a style of some type.
well made sentence.
Thank you. I've been working on it for a while. Make sure it came across just right. But even as a nurse, I hated wearing scrubs, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's because the material that it's made of." Fuck, I've owned many pairs of scrubs in my life. Trust me, most of these companies aren't making any different material than cotton, and like it's the same shit that you can buy any other set of clothes in, and people just think it's a different material. That's because that's what they want to believe. It's really not necessarily. Some of that stuff in for the ORs is like the things that have to be sterile and have to be washed in a special way, but you don't even get to take those scrubs home. They'll stay at the hospital.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they go to some special like cleaning company who cleans them in a specific way that they're meant to be used in like ORs and stuff. So it's one of those ones you get to work you put on the scrubs from the machine, you take them off and change clothes before you leave and drop them off in the machine to go back out and get washed again. But all the other areas that don't require specifically, specific sterile scrubs and stuff, like especially the emergency department, like, and what do you think when I'm wearing scrubs? Do you think that blood comes out of my clothes any easier than it comes out of yours? No, and it's sad because I had a lot more blood on me on any regular basis than an average person does. So your scrubs end up having blood stains on them that don't come out.
Apparently, he doesn't have the coal going into any kind of sorting.
Where is it going to?
It goes into the random chest.
Oh.
I was up here grabbing, and the ores as well. Ores don't go anywhere; they just go into the random stuff.
Did he just
have the ores sorted?
Did he just have it sort the like cobble and stuff?
Looks like it. Yeah, just the most common blocks that we're getting.
Because I definitely have put a lot of coal and iron specifically, and
yeah, I mean it's going in there. It's not going anywhere.
Man, it's actually looking like a decent amount of progress being made now.
Yeah, we're getting there.
To the top of this thing. Could you ever go back to a place where you have to wear like a shirt and tie every day?
If they paid me very, very well. But I've never worked anywhere that had to wear a tie.
It's just annoying to wear every day.
My the CEO.
I don't mind business. Oh, good.
I was gonna say the CEO of the place where I was assistant administrator at hated what I wore. I wore like Jinko jeans still back then, and he would complain about it all the time. And I'd be like, "Well, if you can find someone as smart as me to replace me that wears the kind of clothes that you want, then jump at it." He hated it.
I mean, I personally don't mind. I don't mind wearing like business casual and like button up shirts and pants. Like it's fine. I'm used to it, and it's like just the professional life. I would rather just wear like jeans and a polo or a t-shirt or something like that. But gotta pick your battles. And I also have to make sure I get stuff. I will not buy dry clean only clothes.
Yeah, no, like. Yeah, that's one thing I'm like when I'm buying my daughter's clothes too. Like, I won't buy things that have to like if they can't all go in the washing machine. I mean, I'll sort it by color, but if it needs like a gentle cycle or some bullshit like that, nah, let's just not buy those clothes.
I think those tags are completely misleading. Everything that I have that's machine wash cold versus machine wash warm versus gentle cycle, it all goes in together, and I've never had an issue. No, the only thing you have to do is if you buy something new, you have to like kind of wash it by itself once because it sometimes like dyes leak out of it, and then after that it goes in with everything else.
I was gonna ask you something. What was it?
It was about clothes, ties.
Oh yeah, it was about clothes.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Do you associate all these things together? So when you get home from work. Do you immediately
when I get a home from work? Like they buy me a home?
When you get home from work, do you immediately change into something comfortable? Like do you put like sweatpants on or whatever?
Nope, not anymore. I used to, but now like I make sure I buy pants that are comfortable enough anyway. Like I'm still wearing my work pants right now. I'm still actually wearing my shoes, but that's because my shoes are pretty comfortable. Actually, it's my fire department issued shoes are terrible for the fire department, but they are perfect as work dress shoes. It's kind of weird, but they're also meant to be comfortable because you're supposed to be in them doing work all day, so they're actually really comfortable. But I do take off my my shirt pretty immediately, and so I just go down.
You're just shirtless right now.
I'm just shirtless. No, I always wear an undershirt, so I unbutton and take my shirt off as quickly as I possibly can. And it's sitting there, and then if I go out again, I'll throw the shirt back on if I have to go out anywhere. But no, I wear the pants pretty much the whole night. The only time I change is if I'm going home and I'm going to work on something that's like potentially going to get it dirty. I will change out of this stuff into like jeans or whatever. If I'm going to go build a box for my packages to get placed in. Which,
have you put that on the porch?
I did put it on the porch.
Have you got any since then?
Packages since then. So
did you put a Christmas tree on top of it?
No, not yet. Not yet. I gotta build the Christmas tree now. Find out what's gonna happen. Yeah, when I worked at McDonald's, I did. I
bet you came home and took a shower immediately, right?
I took a shower every time. When I was working the night shift, sometimes I was too tired to actually take a full shower, but I would literally scrub the shit out of my face for like 5 minutes before I would go lay down.
Yeah, when I worked at Shoney's, it was immediately come home and stop smelling like grease, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always bad when I worked at Shoney's about changing my gloves. I'd put on a pair of gloves at the start of the night, not just wear those bitches all night long.
That's terrible.
It is. It's absolutely terrible.
It's so funny because I took I think when I started at McDonald's, I was 16 years old. I'd done pizza stuff before, so I was in the food industry. But I didn't
the way you said that is like some sexual thing. I've done pizza stuff before.
I've done pizza stuff in the past. I would know if to pay a little extra, I get some pizza stuff going. Pizza action. But then I took a serve safe class when I was a manager, and I don't know why a lot of that stuff stuck with me. That I'm very all about like hygiene and stuff when it comes to making food for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Not for myself per se. I don't really give a shit when I'm making it for myself.
Yeah.
Like shit falls on the floor, whatever, pick it back up, throw it in, like throw it in the sandwich can. Like I really don't care. But it's very strange when I'm making for other people. I'm very particular. I'm very particular about cooking temperatures for things I'm serving to other people too. Like chicken and all this stuff. It's
right.
Gotta put.
Well, you don't want to ever be the guy that gets everyone sick or something like that.
Yeah, I guess part of it's because I've learned how bad it can be that if you give somebody like salmonella or whatnot, it's probably a terrible thing. Man, I can see the back.
So I'm the kind of person that like always, like the moment I am at my house, I am now wearing comfortable pants.
I dated a girl for a while who immediately would wear sweatpants when she got home. And that's why I thought it was funny when you said sweatpants, because I don't know many people who wear sweatpants on a regular basis. But immediately it was she was a nurse, and when she got home, it was out of the scrubs into sweatpants, which is kind of funny because a lot of people like scrubs anyway because they're for the most part comfortable. But you obviously don't want to wear what you've been wearing all day.
Right.
Like continue wearing it. So when I was dating her, like we would lounge around her house in sweatpants all the time. And as much as it was comfortable, I don't know. I just don't feel secure in sweatpants.
You don't feel secure? Like what are you gonna do? You get hurt?
Well, I mean, no, it's not that I feel hurt. But it's for the same reason I dislike scrubs, and why I like wearing pants. I need something. I don't know, with more protection in the front. I don't know, you're wearing sweatpants, and granted, if it's at home, it's different. But when it was at work in scrubs, like think about it like this: like, I mean, as a guy, you've had to get a spontaneous erection out of nowhere.
Sure. But
how do you deal with that when you're at work and it's scrub pants that it's gonna very obviously be showing?
Yeah, how do you do it? You should know. You know what though? I've only got that when I'm sitting in a weird way. Like it's always like a blood flow thing or something.
You're sitting in a weird way.
Yeah, like at school, like when you're sitting. I've never got a random erection while standing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely have. But I will tell you, it turns out that I never worked when I was a nurse because it's not a very arousing job. It turns out, but it was one of my actual very big worries.
I remember you saying that you're always worried that you have like some patient and like just get a hard on.
Yeah, like, man, can you imagine if you actually had a hot chick that you had to start doing assessments or something on?
That's always been my fear when I'm getting a massage. I'm terrified of getting an erection.
Yeah. I've only had a professional massage once in my life, and the only available massage therapist was a male, so I didn't have to deal with.
What if you got an erection? That's even worse.
That would have been even worse, but I guess I didn't, because I didn't even think about it at that point. I was kind of relieved in a way. Like, oh, thank God, it's a dude. But at the same time, it's one of those fantasy things. Like, what if it is a hot chick doing it, and I get the erection, and she's like, instead of being like, she's like,
I think that would be awful.
I don't know. Maybe I had permission beforehand. I don't know. Well, come on.
Wow.
I'm just only when you're sitting in weird positions.
Yeah. No, I've never.
That's the strangest thing I've ever heard.
I thought that's how it was for everybody. Like at school, like I think it's like a blood circulation or something like that.
So I will admit it happened. Maybe because that's where you remember spending most of your time. I remember when I was younger working at McDonald's and randomly in the middle of like for no reason, like not because chicks like walked in or anything like that, but I'd randomly be like, holy shit, I got an erection. That
has never happened to me, I swear.
Away. In school, it was always annoying because you were trying to sit there and be like, you'd be like, oh, class is ending in like 4 minutes. I got 4 minutes for this thing to go away before I have to like find a way to walk out of here in a very
for
strange
me in
way
school, even
the bathroom.
I would just fix my pants and fix whatever the circulation problem was, and then my dick wouldn't be hard no more.
I don't think it's a circulation problem.
I do. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the only times it's ever happened to me.
Cause erection.
Do what?
Circulation problems don't cause erection.
It's like a weird, like I mean, it's not like your circulation's cut off. There's something weird. There's something in a weird spot with your pants, and that's what's causing it. But it's not like a pleasurable thing.
Your corpus spongiosum is taking on the excess blood from the excess circulation and filling all the gaps and making it like.
Which is caused by like something being in a weird spot that's causing there to be blood going there when it shouldn't be.
It's not that it shouldn't be. Why shouldn't it be? It's like natural.
It's not though. Like whenever it's time for my dick to be hard, I mean it's ready. But whenever it's not time, it doesn't do anything. It just sits down there, and I'll let it know when I'm ready.
Oh, but it might think it's time. You know, it's one of those things where it's like
I don't have this problem.
Like, if you're an average like not sexuality, but like sexual drive or whatever, and you go without sex for like a month or two or something like that, you will as an adult have like a wet dream because your body will.
Well, yeah, it's gonna get rid of the sperm. Yeah,
yeah. So it's you can't say it's not natural because it's not just because the lady ain't there.
That's still your mind doing the thing though. The dick's not on its own here.
You saying that during the day your mind's never wandered while you were standing up to have this happen?
No, I'm in control of my mind. I've never given myself an erection while
standing. You don't control my mind. I don't know.
I swear I've never had this.
I'm trying to see what my mind says about this. With
what's your memory say?
My mind doesn't have any good information I can use directly in the last statement right now.
My memory is calling bullshit, and how the fuck would you know what's happened to my dick?
I'm glad your memory is calling.
Well, only one person is, but he don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Only one person. You're only one man, Guude. You have a mind in control of your own mind. You made that very clear, and your mind is telling you that it's bullshit.
Yeah, this one person in my chat is full of shit. You don't know what he's talking about at all. Don't know shit. Maybe it's old age. We're talking about whenever we were youngins.
I mean, does it happen more now that you're older? That'd be interesting. Oh
no.
God, baby, no.
You're wrong. I'm not wrong about what's happened in my pants over time. I know what's happened. I've been there the whole time.
I think Guude might be having a mental breakdown as he's arguing with himself.
I thought this was you. This is Cone Dodger.
Oh, good Lord. My mind is telling me that the True Wow Wow is really, really, really amazing. True Wow Wow really likes gifting people things.
What, Cone?
Thank you,
need?
True Wow Wow.
Cone is taking me somewhere? I'm being abducted.
Wait, you've been abducted?
He told me to come down here, and then he started running away, and I'm just following him.
Wait, so he's abducting you because you're following him?
Well, I mean, I guess I'm allowing myself to be abducted. I've seen your bullshit, Cone. Oh, is there more signs now? Another sign. Fixed to police the Grammar Preservation Society. Oh,
I have an EKG going on.
Yeah, he did spell it wrong.
Now. It's a very good EKG.
I'm glad you learned how to spell, Cole. I'm real proud of you. Now that you're a Twitch partner.
Is that what he was showing you?
Yeah, he
how to
fixed this.
spell?
Like, well, because I had made fun of it being spelled wrong the first time I read it. Well,
no, thank you so much, the True Wow Wow, and welcome to the 5 people that are the
Programmed
end of your generosity.
Well, with that, let's just go away now.
Like I'm going straight up said you cannot go back to your erection. Your previously programmed direction. So he's playing while watching. I mean, while we're thinking.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Go get your
Looks
own
like
erections.
wants to
and
sleep if you're anywhere close, but
standing erections, I guess. Anyways, bye.
see ya.